biggest tool of Donald Trump's campaign right now is the Biden administration's performance. Before, we did not have any reference or any experience. Now we have Donald Trump's last 4 years to compare with Biden 4 years. Obama is running this country since last 12 years, controlling the establishment, the Department of Justice, FBI, and everything. He controls it. It is sadly, I'm not sure what is his desire is to make this country Kenya or make Kenya America, whatever it is. You know, when I was traveling with the President Trump for a week, I have heard him basically talking about every single, from different angles, what kind of mistakes Biden making and how will he fix it in the future. Because he wanted to withdraw from Afghanistan, but the difference of withdrawal that he wanted to keep the Bagram air base, and he has said in his speeches several times that he wanted to have the troops near China and to keep the eye on Afghanistan.
Viewers, greetings. I have with me Mr. Sajid Tarar. Sajid Tarar is not what you call a stranger for the Pakistani media and for the US. He is the president of Muslim for Trump. He's a Republican Party member, and nowadays he is going to very soon going to be involved with President Trump's second term election campaign. So far, he is not yet, but in 2016 and 2020, he was very actively involved, and he's going to be involved very soon. Sajid Saab, thank you very much for joining New Wave Global. This is our new channel, and we will be hoping that during coming days, you will be bothered by me to come and join and explain us how the election campaign is proceeding. However, today I am going to ask you something related to the foreign policies of incoming government, potentially incoming government, if President Trump would win the next 2024 elections. My first question to you is, when I talk to the people, the Muslims since you are a president of Muslim for Trump, so this question is very relevant to asking you. When I talk to the Muslim diaspora, the Muslim American citizens, they say that, look, what will be the difference between President Trump or President Biden? Everything is same. As far as Gaza incident is concerned, they are on the same page. So the best thing is that this time elections, that we should only vote for the local issues, the different propositions, different Senate seats and all. And we should not vote for president because none of these candidates, assuming that President Trump is the Republican candidate. How you answer that?
I respectfully disagree with you because I'm watching it where the country is going. The biggest tool of Donald Trump's campaign right now is the Biden administration's performance. What will be the major difference in between Donald Trump and Joe Biden? On foreign policy and international relations. Now we have, before we did not have any reference or any experience. Now we have Donald Trump's last 4 years to compare with Biden 4 years. First, a comparison is this, that there was no war or conflict during last 4 years of Donald Trump. And the major reason why we are in conflicts today is due to the American weak foreign policy. And what is the biggest weakness of the American foreign policy today is this, because the foreign policy has been made by Barack Obama for last 12 years, 8 years of his term, and now this term of Biden. Because number one, he was his vice president, and then there's a perception right now that these 4 years, again, Barack Obama is running the country. So the thing is this: President Xi and the President Putin, they had calculated Obama's weaknesses in Syria and many other places. Fall of Kabul is another one, and Pentagon and army is seriously demoralized. That is the one fundamental difference in between Biden, Obama, and then the Trump. No conflict last 4 years during them, and the biggest example is North Korea never tested any missile during 4 years of Donald Trump. And today they are testing every other week or something. Two conflicts right now. Red Sea, even then, is out of hands of Biden-Obama administration. Gaza, Bernie Sanders even then said the other day that we are funding the Gaza war and we are giving all the armaments to Israel to kill Palestinians, but Israelis don't listen to America. This is not me. This is Bernie Sanders delivered a speech in the House. So these are the fundamental differences. Plus, like I told you, even then Donald Trump doesn't do anything, Biden will still lose because the performance, his performance or Obama's performance. 300,000 people walked in through the border in December alone. 157 immigrants, they have taken over the Times Square and Manhattan. Right now, I have never experienced in 35 years, America was the first country always giving travel advisories to against other countries. Now, other countries are giving travel advisories to their citizens to travel to US. This is what the Biden administration. Defunding police is killing the judicial system and the law enforcement in this country. Every city in this country, downtown has become a Gaza. This is not me saying, this is you can Google it. Right now in Washington, D.C., the car is stolen in the morning and the car is shipped to Nigeria or to Dubai in the evening through the Baltimore. This is not me, you can Google it. When I was other day, the biggest, I was so disappointed, the city I'm sitting close to, 11 years old kid has stolen 17 cars, 11 years old, and he's still roaming around. And police doesn't care. If you wanted to experience, you can go to any downtown or city of any US city and dial 911. And then you decide to vote. Muslims, matter of fact, let me tell you, because I have been heavily involved in Trump elections since 2016 and 2020 and now 2024. Muslims, they were mesmerized by CNN during the first period, but the 2020, 17% American Muslims, they voted for Donald Trump. And today they can vote whatever they feel like it. If they agree with what is going on, they are welcome to do it. But because Donald Trump is going to win based on his 4 years versus Biden 4 years. And the thing is this country, I recently came from 2 different countries. I traveled to DC. First time in 35 years, the minute I landed at the Dulles airport of Virginia, I realized that I have come 50 years behind. I visited Doha, the Qatar airport. I have visited Dubai. I visited New Delhi. And then coming to the Dulles airport, I realized that this country is 50 years behind. Let me tell you another thing here, since your listeners are most of Americans, this is my question to them. Have you seen any new airport built in this country since last 25 years? Have you seen any new highway being built in this country in last 20 years? America has any will or desire or appetite to move forward? Is the solution to call math racist? Is it work from home is a solution? And let me give you an example of it right now. In China, the working week is 996, 9 to 9, working 6 days a week, versus Bernie Sanders in the House has introduced a bill 4 days a week model of the European. Can you move forward with these things? Can you do that? Can you compare? Are you watching what is going on in the world? Indian economy is growing on 8.4% and your economy is 2.1%. You think you can survive in the future? And another thing is this, I recently went to India and I saw the 5 million computer programmings there in that country. And then the Google and the Microsoft Microsoft and the Google CEOs, those are Indian descent. They went to India and they both promised to India that we will produce 100,000 artificial intelligence specialists within 1 year. Versus American kids, they are saying that math is racist because they fail in it. And then before going to India, a matter of fact, I had a chance to go to the Harvard to attend a conference there. And what I saw that in the classes, there were only 2 kind of people sitting, Chinese and Indians. Where is the rest of the world? I didn't see any Americans going to Harvard. What's wrong?
Yeah, no, Sajid, I agree with you. I mean, these are the problems. But where President Trump comes into this picture, because he was also here for 4 years, right?
I have been so close. I'm still very close to him. First of all, he agreed on it. We are staying behind in innovation. He was against the patent, Chinese theft of the patent. He was against the American businesses leaving US and going to Mexico and going to China. And the thing is how can you say that when his slogan was America first, when his slogan is the Make America Great Again, and he has already said it that we are behind innovation. And where the innovation come from math. Innovation come from the schools, universities. Innovation doesn't come with the legalizing marijuana. Innovation doesn't come up with the country without borders.
Mhm.
And the thing is, America first, you have to decide what is the future of America. And all of this is, he was a big advocate. He used to say that you cannot build a new airport and you cannot even then remodel LaGuardia, because the thing is environmentalist and EPA doesn't allow it. So the thing is, there's a fundamental difference right now. You can see it. What is the difference of a Biden administration? It's even then embarrassing to say so. Biden administration is Obama administration. Obama is running this country since last 12 years, controlling the establishment, the Department of Justice, FBI, and everything. He controls it. It is sadly, I'm not sure what is his desire is to make this country Kenya or make Kenya America, whatever it is. But America is not working. It is not working. And everybody knows it. It's not me saying every system is broken. Every system is broken. And America has dropped the towel to fix it.
Mhm. Sajid, that brought me to the another angle of the same, virtually same question. Afghanistan. President Trump, when he was in the office, that was his policy to pull out from there. However, when President Biden pulled the military out from there, although I was against this policy, I wanted them to maintain the Bagram Air Base, But when that happens, President Trump, who was not a president that time, but of course we call them President Trump opposed that policy. So what he will do different, suppose he comes in power? Well, he will be taking military there, which doesn't seem to be so easy, right? I mean, going back there and doing. So please comment on that.
When I was traveling with the President Trump for a week in New Hampshire during the primary before going to India, and I have heard him basically talking about every single from different angles what kind of mistakes Biden making and how will he fix it in the future. This is the main difference. He wanted to withdraw from Afghanistan, but the difference of withdrawal that he wanted to keep the Bagram Air Base. And he has said in his speeches several times that he wanted to have the troops near China and to keep the eye on Afghanistan. Second biggest difference is his plan was different, that he wanted to control the air support at the end, till the end of the last soldiers leaving. But Biden, when he withdrew it, he ended the air support within a very first in the beginning, and that was one of the reasons the Afghan soldiers, they ran away. They felt they under threat. These are the two fundamental differences in between withdrawn from Afghanistan of Biden and Trump. Plus, I wanted to remind you, most of the international army bases, they have been shut down during the Obama period when the Biden was the vice president with it. And plus, the fundamental difference in between these two parties, Republican and Democrats, Democrats don't support the larger army. Donald Trump's main doctrine, his doctrine was achieving peace through strength, meaning through Pentagon. And not only this, he started the Space Force during his period. So this is Republican philosophy, matter of fact, to keeping the Pentagon a stronger army. And versus on the other side, the Democrats, they spend most of the resources on social schemes like working from home, food stamps, and then these kind of social programs versus innovation or growth or something else. It's a fundamental difference. Socialism versus freedom. This is what the fundamental difference. Freedom of everything. Freedom of entrepreneurship. Freedom of anything. Freedom of speech or whatever it is. But the versus larger governments, more spending on social schemes like food stamps and welfare projects, entitlements. I won't call them social welfare. entitlements, like we are entitled to this, we're entitled to this. Biggest entitlement right now, giving cell phones to immigrants. Any person who walks in, you are giving them the credit cards with the $1,000 on it or $10,000 on it, giving them cell phones, keeping them in a 5-star hotels. Chicago, New York, they have become a joke. Matter of fact, 157,000 illegal immigrants, they are roaming in Manhattan area. It is disgrace, and they're sleeping on the roads, and shooting and raping and everything. Raping American pride. Matter of fact, that it's a shame. It's a shame.
So that brought me to my last question. Recently, you saw, because as you mentioned, and rightly so, that our audience are mostly Americans, but they are Pakistanis also, and they want to listen your views about PTI's demonstration in front of the IMF building and putting the pictures of the military chief, calling them illegal and things like that. How you see that?
You know that right now there's a lot of embarrassing stuff is going on in the U.S., especially the demonstration in front of and speeches in front of the IMF. Even then, IMF has told them many times that IMF is a financial institution. It's not a political organization. And plus, this is not how the IMF operates. IMF only deal with state. They don't deal with opposition parties. I'm not sure why they are doing and what is they are gaining out of it. Again, let me mention this thing. Most of the people don't know what the IMF office is. IMF building is located within 5 blocks of the White House. IMF building is within the next block of the World Bank. So this drama which has taken place in Washington, D.C., it was observed by the international community. It was within 5 blocks of the State Department in the Washington, D.C. So what is the gain? What they're gaining out of it? I'm surprised. What do you think it will help them anything? They are protesting. I have watched it. They were calling our army general by name, and I was so embarrassed. But one of the big slogan was give us a mandate back. Give us a mandate back. Election was stolen. What do you think about election 2018? Would you think that was fair? You were brought here by somebody. You came, the General Pasha was one of your supporters. General Faz operated you, helped you. What, have you forgotten all of it? 2018, I have a question marks on the election of 2018. What you were asking, what is, so even you don't wash your dirty laundry in front of the White House. This is your internal problem. Plus, at the same time, what do you think America can interfere? State Department has told many times that this is your internal matter. You have to deal with it. Bangladesh election, there was no opposition. What America has done there? Egyptian election took place a month ago. What do you think America has interfered there? People have reservations regarding both elections of Bangladesh and the Egyptians. But here, unfortunately, nobody have ever come for Pakistan. Nobody have ever come out for Pakistan or Kashmir or anything. But this religious cult, they call Murshid. They are coming up. I think they believe they are earning Jannat. They are earning sawab out of it. I have no clue about it. What's going on? Politics is politics. Keep it to the way it is supposed to be. Matter of fact, first of all, educate your countrymen regarding politics and do it. This is your internal problem. Make sure you are not damaging your country's repute, which already is not very good. It's not people are. When you say something about Pakistan, people move away from you. Matter of fact, it's embarrassing. I condemn it definitely. Whatever took place other day in front of the IMF building.
Well, thank you very much, Sajid. It was very nice always to have you with us and talk to you. It's a lot of learning experience, and since you know the bureaucracy here, inside. You are an insider here, so we can get a lot of things from you, even in our Urdu show and in this show. So, audience, you heard Sajid Tarar, Mr. Sajid Tarar. Sajid Tarar, as I mentioned, that he knows things, what is happening, how the American policy makers are thinking, so he can have a very good idea of that, and you hear him how what is going to happen in coming days. So Sajid will be with us in our Urdu show and English show time to time, and he's very nice with us. He's always give us a time. And thank you once again, Sajid. And thank you, viewers. Next time, same channel.
Definitely.
Goodbye.
Pakistan